I love when I just hit that perfect picture.
They make the craziest sounds.
Nope.
Hi, I'm Rylee, and I'm a wildlife photographer.
Our main goal for the day is going to be heading to Lamar Valley, which is really the hub for wildlife activity, carnivores, bison, elk. So that's where we're shooting for the day.
I have my 1 to 400 millimeter lens, which is my go-to photography lens for wildlife. But I do also carry my 24 to 105 in the field as well for getting landscape shots. Binoculars, I would say, are also a must for wildlife photography for scoping out the landscape and trying to find your subjects. Bear spray, we're still early in the season, there's not a lot of snow, so there's always the possibility of running into grizzly or black bears here. All right, let's head out. We just saw a bull elk on the side of the road. Oh, there we go. Just lifted his head. The elk's still pretty far out. He's probably around 100 yards right now. I bumped my ISO up to 1250 to accommodate the lack of light that we have right now still. He's not really moving too much, so I'm also shooting at about 1/800. He's still just in the trees right now, so on we go. I'm coming up on a herd of bison, and with bison, you want to give them a wide berth, but in the winter, they're pretty much just focused on getting food and getting their nutrients in. I'm at F9 right now to get a lot of the landscape in this shot. 1/1250 for my shutter speed, and about 320 for my ISO, since it's pretty bright right now. What you don't really want to do in winter is overexpose your images, because it's a lot harder to bring down those highlights that are blown out than it is to bring back up shadows. I tried to get the horn in this picture as the main focus of the photo to accentuate the features, especially on this guy. He has some frost on his nose. You can see some of the frost on the hump behind the horn. I just found a coyote on the side of the road over here, somewhat far off, but it was moving our direction, so we're gonna try to see if we can get him. I think this will end up being one of my favorites of the day. I'm just reviewing the coyote photos that I just got. I like this photo just because the coyote stands out so much against the snow and against the dark bison. This also paints a story of Yellowstone where multiple species can coexist together in the same environment. So I like this shot in particular, or one of the series of these shots. So this is a common raven. They're so intelligent. Oh, and this guy actually has a little GPS backpack on him. So the park put the backpacks on them to see where they go. I'm trying to get the most ground level shot of him possible, or trying to even get under him. So I'm switching to high speed continuous shooting because I want to get his nictitating membrane. It's basically like a blue eyelid, and it helps protect their eyes from snow and debris. And it looks really fascinating in pictures. And I think I have got a couple of them already, which is just what I wanted. I'm moving back to single shooting since he's a little bit more calm now. But I'm still trying to get some of the open beak shots. I also swear ravens know what I'm talking about, because right as I said I wanted an open beak shot, he started mumbling more.
I think we got a lot of great shots today.
Let's see what we got. Seems like as I'm going through these raven pictures, the further on I go, the better they become. Ooh, this one's nice. I love when I just hit that perfect picture. So I think what I'm gonna do is edit this picture the way I want it to. All right, so I just bumped up some shadows and bumped up the contrast on this to bring some of those blacks back. One thing I like to do, especially on dark animals, is really accentuate the facial features on this. So I really like these ruffled feathers right under her chin. And I feel like those could be just a little bit brighter. So I'm just gonna select all of those and increase the whites on those. There we go. Because my goal for the day was to really highlight that nictitating membrane, I'm gonna zoom in and just accentuate the blues on this just a smidge. Highlight the whole eye, and then I'm just gonna bump saturation ever so slightly. I don't want it to look unrealistic, but I do want the colors to stand out, and I want that to be the first thing that draws people into this photo. I'm also gonna increase the whites a bit to brighten it up. And then let's say it looks a little too bright. Let's increase contrast to bring out the veins in that nictitating membrane. And then you can see, flip back and forth and see how it looks before and after. I really like that blue, so I'm gonna leave it alone now.
Photography can really be as simple as you want it to be. It can be just in your own backyard or around your own neighborhood. I think one of the best pieces of advice I can give to people who want to get started in wildlife photography is to really just invest your time into the craft. The more time you dedicate to learning about your settings and learning about your camera and how to line up shots and how to get creative with what you're photographing, the better photographer you'll become.
If you want to learn more about how I got shots like this in the field today and all of the other adventures we went on, you can watch this episode on BBC Earth Explore channels now.